Hi everybody, welcome to another devlog. A lot of progress has been made with the game since last time, and I'm excited to show you some new features I worked on. What's cool in Godot is that you can set properties that you can change on the fly. And one thing I have here is you could set the patrol NPC that you want patrolling the area. You put down these waypoints, and then you can also adjust how much time you want them to be waiting through the patrol customization thing here. So you can wait time, walk speed, how fast you want them to go. Let's load it in, check it out. So here are the NPCs. We got patrolling around. This one just patrols in a square. This one patrols in a little bit more of a complicated pattern that I was trying out. And you might also notice we have clothing. This is a dress we have now for the character. I have something exciting to show you. So we have the dress and we have a full shirt, pants, belts, and boots. This took forever to do for me. I can't tell you, coming from making like a 2D game to 3D, this was probably the most like not frustrating, but like difficult part for me was UV mapping. Unfortunately, I couldn't really figure out a good workflow for UV mapping in Blockbench other than manually doing it. And Blender has a lot better of an automatic UV map. So here's how it looks like in Blender. It's not well laid out. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I can texture paint on it and it does update in the texture. It's just not mapped very well. Like you're supposed to have islands for each of the front and back of the shirt and the sleeves, but mine doesn't have very good islands. You can see like this part of the shirt goes here and then some of it goes here. And it's a little bit of a mess. But I'm still learning, and so in Godot, it's still a little bit of a mess, but it's working out okay. You know, it still looks like something. If we come to the customization, I made it a little like Animal Crossing, where you can actually customize your shirt. So you could put like test, and you can make your own shirt. Isn't that cool? So yeah, and I'm having fun with that too. And I want eventually for people to be able to upload their shirt designs for people to wear in this game. And you can just download some shirt designs into the game from other people. A lot of this game is Animal Crossing coded right now, especially this new system I added. So when you talk to an NPC, it does a little bleep blop. And this is all from one sound file. So there's this website I love to use. It's JSFXR. And I've always used this website, even like back in the day, I used this website for generating 8-bit and 16-bit sounds. It's really good at it. So you just like pick the sound you want and it generates an 8-bit sound for you, just like that. So it's pretty cool. I have different emotions in the game now. So if you talk, they actually talk in the game with little blip blaps from Animal Crossing. And what's neat is I have different mouth shapes. So I just like went in and drew whatever I thought a mouth should look like in paint.net. And so I drew like an O, a smiley face, a little squiggle for when they're mad. It was just fun doing all these different shapes. This is the sad. If they're sad, they do a little down face. And I have like happy. And then this is like the E with little teeth. And it's cute. And so for each syllable, the game goes through. Here, I'll show you it in the code. So Godot has an audio player and I can randomly generate the pitch for each of the syllables. And for each of the syllables, they have different emotions. If there's like a consonant or a vowel, it gets the consonant that's currently being played in the audio player and it assigns the mouth to be the texture that goes with the consonant. So I think that's pretty cool. I looked up a little picture, a little reference picture, and I just drew these simple mouths and it looks really coherent in the game. I really like this implementation of it. Ba-ba-bum. It looks nice. And so we go through the different emotions. This one's more high pitched. This one's louder and angrier. And then this one's sad. And this one's sleepy. Cute. They talk. So also the speed of the text gets slowed or down or something like that. Right now, I just have the emotions displaying as like a little test. And the text box is very much like not finished. This whole game is not finished and not the final look, so I'm just getting everything working before I polish it up. And I added a little bit of lighting. I changed the shader a little bit from what it used to be. so that the character actually has a little bit of lighting directionally, so just to give it a little bit more flair, even though the game is overall still simple colors. And I also implemented a quest system. So if we go and talk to this NPC, they'll ask me to get a raccoon for them because they miss them. I don't know, maybe they have a hometown with raccoons. Make up your own backstory. Yay! So then she takes the raccoon from me and she's all happy. And I do want to add a little bit of comedy to this game, so I figured I'd add a steal mechanic where I can steal the raccoon and they chase me like a little angry snail. And then they push me to get their raccoon back, and eventually they pick it up and go back to where they were standing before. I think it's cute. And then I also added a quest modifier as well as some modifiers for the hair color and their dress color and all of that. So it's easier to implement custom quests this way. And I'm hoping to add more of this, but basically I can set how many quest steps I want, and then I could change their dialogue for each step, and then change the condition for what's, so this one I have to be holding a raccoon for them to be able to say this. And you can stop and the NPCs will turn to you no matter where you're talking to them. That's a little neat feature. And that's pretty much all I got for this build of the game. I'm still working on the sleeves and everything, but they are kind of working where you can like update the back and front of the shirt and everything. And I eventually want to make it so that players have a library of shirts to choose from. I think that'll be neat. Anyway, that's it for this one. Also, the dress will eventually be customizable. It's not right now. It's a little buggy because the UV map is very broken and I haven't found a good way to do UV maps yet. But other than that, that's the update for this devlog. I don't know what we're going to add next. I think I want to get a main mechanic down for the game or something, make the game actually a little bit more fun to play, and maybe get a core mechanic in there. Anyway, it's coming along great so far, I think. I'm really surprised I got this far. And so I don't really have any future plans for what the next devlog is going to be, but I hope it's something cool and fun. And I'll see you then. I don't know what I'm going to do. All right.